2025 gave us some hardest-hitting and wildest action movies. And now that we're in 2026, it's time to look back and rank the very best of them. I've sifted through the wreckage of 2025 to find the movies that actually delivered the goods. From the blockbusters that lived up to the hype to the streaming, gritty thrillers, here are the top 20 best action movies of 2025. Number 20. K.O. K.O. follows Bastien, a former MMA fighter whose life falls apart after a tragic fight that ends in death. Years later, he's pulled back into danger when he's asked to help find the missing son of the man he killed. That mission drags him into Marseille's criminal underworld, forcing him to face his past while racing against time to save a life. The action in this movie is very raw and realistic, with a strong focus on hand-to-hand combat. Most of the fights feel like real MMA mixed with street brawls, using punches, grappling, and brute strength instead of flashy moves. The camera stays close, the hits feel heavy, and the tension never drops, creating intense moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Number 19. Back in Action. Back in Action is about a married couple who used to be top secret agents, but walked away from that life to get married and have kids. Years later, their quiet life explodes when their old identities are exposed. Suddenly, enemies from the past come crashing back, forcing them to protect their family while doing the one thing they swore they'd never do again: go back into action. The action in this movie is fast, loud, and constantly moving, with plenty of car chases, shootouts, and quick fight scenes mixed with chaos and humor. Things go wrong a lot, plans fall apart, and danger keeps popping up when you least expect it, creating non-stop momentum that will keep you hooked. Number 18. The Old Guard 2. The Old Guard 2 continues the story of immortal warriors who have protected humanity for centuries, but this time their long-hidden existence is starting to fall apart. As the world gets closer to discovering who they really are, old enemies resurface and a powerful new threat emerges, one that knows their secrets and isn't afraid to use them. What begins as another mission quickly turns into a fight for their survival and the future of their kind. The action here leans heavily into close combat and teamwork. You'll see fast blade fights, sudden gunfire, and tight confrontations where enemies close in from every direction. Battles feel messy and unpredictable, with plans breaking down and characters fighting their way out by instinct rather than perfection. Number 17. Counterattack. Counterattack follows a group of elite Mexican special forces who successfully rescue hostages from a powerful cartel, only to become targets themselves. After the mission, they're ambushed and hunted across remote terrain by heavily armed cartel fighters seeking revenge. Cut off from backup and surrounded, the soldiers are forced into a brutal fight just to survive and make it home. The action here is intense and grounded, built around military tactics and survival. You'll see sudden ambushes, heavy gunfire, tight shootouts, and close-range fights where there's no room to breathe. The soldiers move fast, take cover, return fire, and push forward under pressure, making every encounter feel dangerous and unpredictable. Number 16. Sinners. Sinners is a horror action movie set in the 1930s American South. It follows twin brothers who return to their hometown hoping to escape their violent past and start over. Instead, they discover the town has been overrun by a terrifying zombie outbreak tied to a dark, supernatural curse. As the dead rise and the living turn on each other, the brothers are forced to fight through the chaos to survive the night and uncover what's really causing the nightmare. The action is wild and desperate, with zombies crashing through doors, chasing people down dark streets, and forcing brutal close-up fights. You see frantic gunfire, blunt weapons swinging, and moments where characters have to fight with whatever they can grab. Number 15. The Shadow's Edge. The Shadow's Edge is a gritty action crime thriller set in Macau, where a group of elite criminals steals billions in digital currency by hacking the city's advanced AI surveillance system. With technology unable to track the thieves, the police bring in a retired, old-school tracking expert to help hunt them down. What follows is a tense chase between human instinct and a criminal mastermind who stays one step ahead. The action here focuses on close fights and skill instead of big explosions. You'll see martial arts combat, knife fights, short chases, and sudden attacks in tight spaces. Every fight feels serious and controlled, like one mistake could end everything, which keeps the tension high. Number 14. Demon City. Demon City follows a legendary hitman who is betrayed, framed for murdering his own family, and left to dead. Instead of dying, he falls into a coma that lasts 12 years. When he finally wakes, the city has completely changed and is now ruled by violent criminal groups known as demons. With his past destroyed and nothing left to lose, he rises again to take brutal revenge on everyone who ruined his life. The action here is brutal and non-stop. You'll see fast sword fights, brutal hard-hitting martial arts combat, and enemies taken down in close, violent encounters. Fights happen in narrow streets and dark interiors, with enemies coming from every direction, making each battle feel intense and overwhelming. Number 13. Captain America: Brave New World. Captain America: Brave New World follows Sam Wilson as he takes on the full responsibility of being Captain America. When a serious global incident causes tension between countries, Sam is pulled into a dangerous situation involving secret enemies and political schemes that could turn into a much bigger crisis. The action here is grounded and intense, mixing close combat, shield-based fighting, aerial battles, and tactical missions. You see fast punches, heavy impacts, coordinated attacks, and moments where Sam has to rely on skill, speed, and quick thinking rather than raw power. Number 12. Diablo. Diablo follows Chris, an ex-convict who kidnaps the daughter of a powerful Colombian gangster to fulfill a promise he made to the girl's mother before she died. What starts as a personal mission quickly turns deadly when the girl's father unleashes the criminal underworld to hunt him down, forcing Chris into a violent fight for survival while protecting the child. The action in this movie is fast and very physical. You see brutal martial arts fights, knife fights, and close-range gunfights as Chris battles his way through enemies sent to kill him. Most of the fights happen up close, with punches, kicks, and quick takedowns, making each clash feel dangerous and intense. Number 11. G20. G20 is about the US president attending a G20 summit in Cape Town, South Africa, when the conference is suddenly taken over by a group of terrorists holding world leaders hostage. With the conference overtaken and chaos spreading, the president must use her leadership skills and combat training to evade capture, protect her family and fellow leaders, and stop the attackers before the situation turns into a global disaster. Expect intense, close-quarters action inside locked-down buildings, with sudden shootouts, hand-to-hand fights, and tense escape moments. The attacks happen fast, security breaks down quickly, and danger comes from every direction, as characters move through hallways, rooms, and hidden paths under constant pressure. Number 10. Fight or Flight. Fight or Flight is about a mercenary who gets one last mission to find and capture a mysterious, high-value target known only as the Ghost aboard a flight from Bangkok to San Francisco. The catch is the plane is full of assassins hired to kill both him and the target, so instead of a simple arrest, it becomes a desperate fight for survival at 37,000 feet. Expect non-stop, close-range action inside the plane. Fights break out suddenly in narrow aisles, restrooms, and tight corners where there's no space to move. You'll see fast martial arts combats, quick takedowns, and frantic moments where danger comes from any seat or doorway, making every second feel tense and risky. Number 9. Heads of State. Heads of State follows the US President and the UK Prime Minister after their plane, Air Force One, is shot down during an international trip. Stranded and cut off from full security, the two leaders become targets of a global assassination plot. Forced to work together, they must survive on the run while uncovering who wants them dead and why. The action throws the two leaders straight into danger with no protection to rely on. They're forced to run, hide, and fight their way through attacks using instinct and teamwork. There are sudden shootouts, desperate escapes, and moments where the two leaders are forced to keep moving just to stay alive, which keeps the tension high throughout. Number 8. Thunderbolts.
Think you can...
Thunderbolts is an action sci-fi movie that follows a team of dangerous anti-heroes forced by the government into a secret mission. These are not traditional heroes. They're unstable, powerful, and don't trust each other. When the mission goes wrong, the team is pushed into chaos, where survival depends on cooperation they never wanted. The action here is intense and chaotic, mixing superpowered combat with brutal close fights. You see heavy punches, explosive abilities, gunfire, and destructive clashes. The team fights feel messy and unpredictable, with characters fighting differently, clashing with each other, and barely holding things together as everything explodes around them. Number 7. Sisu: Road to Revenge. Sisu: Road to Revenge follows the same relentless survivor after the first film as he dismantles the home where his family was murdered and loads it onto a truck to rebuild it somewhere safe. Before he can escape, the Red Army commander responsible for the killings tracks him down, turning his journey into a violent cross-country chase for survival. The action here is raw and extreme, built around brutal hand-to-hand combat, gunfights, explosions, and relentless survival moments. You see savage attacks, creative kills, and fights where pain doesn't slow him down at all. Every encounter feels violent, fast, and unforgiving. Number 6. Warfare. Warfare follows a group of US Navy SEALs sent on a surveillance mission in the city of Ramadi. What begins as a quiet operation quickly collapses when they're discovered and trapped inside a civilian building. Surrounded by enemy forces and cut off from support, the team is forced into a desperate fight to hold their position and get out alive. The action is realistic and grounded in military combat. You see coordinated movements, heavy gunfire, room clearing, ambushes, and chaotic firefights where confusion sets in fast. Nothing feels flashy or heroic, just raw combat, loud explosions, and constant pressure as the soldiers try to stay alive. Number 5. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This movie follows Ethan Hunt as he faces his most dangerous mission yet. A powerful enemy tied to a rogue artificial intelligence threatens global security, and Ethan must race across the world to stop it before it falls into the wrong hands. With time running out and allies at risk, every choice he makes carries massive consequences. The action here is massive, fast, and extremely risky, pushing Ethan Hunt into situations where one mistake means death. Expect high-speed chases, brutal hand-to-hand fights, intense shootouts, and jaw-dropping stunts, where everything feels real and dangerous, keeping the pressure high from start to finish. Number 4. A Working Man. A Working Man follows Levin Cade, an elite soldier who now lives a quiet life working construction, trying to leave violence behind. When his boss, Jita, the teenage daughter, is kidnapped by a ruthless criminal trafficking network, Levin steps in to help. What begins as a simple rescue quickly exposes a much larger and more dangerous criminal operation, forcing him to return to the lethal skills he tried to bury. The action here is brutal and very personal, focused on close-range violence instead of big explosions. Expect hard hand-to-hand fights, fast takedowns, knife combat, and short, intense gun battles, where Levin uses military skill and experience to overpower enemies quickly and efficiently. Number 3. Nobody 2. Nobody 2 follows Hutch Mansell after the events of the first film as he's pulled back into violence, despite trying to keep his family safe. His past catches up with him again when a new criminal threat targets him, turning what should be a normal life into another dangerous spiral. This time, the danger is bigger, more personal, and impossible to ignore. The action is fast, vicious, and very hands-on. Expect brutal martial arts fights, savage brawls, creative takedowns, and explosive confrontations where Hutch uses speed, pain tolerance, and pure aggression to survive. The fights are messy, close, and relentless, with almost no room to breathe. Number 2. Ballerina from the world of John Wick. This movie follows Eve, a young assassin trained by the same organization seen in the John Wick universe. Her journey into violence begins after her father is brutally killed, pushing her to seek revenge against those responsible. As she hunts them down, she's forced to survive inside the deadly rules and consequences of the assassin underworld. The action here is stylish, fast, and extremely precise. Expect sharp gunplay, fluid martial arts combat, nice fights, and tightly choreographed action where every movement feels calculated. Eve fights with speed and control, moving smoothly through enemies, turning small spaces into deadly arenas where hesitation means death. Number 1. Havoc. Havoc follows a hardened detective's plunging into the criminal underworld after a drug deal goes horribly wrong. While searching for a missing politician's son, he uncovers layers of corruption and dirty secrets that put a target on his back, turning the city into a war zone. The action here is brutal, fast, and relentless. Expect savage hand-to-hand fights, crushing martial arts blows, and explosive shootouts in tight streets. Every encounter feels desperate and messy, offering no safe moments.
Havoc is the clear number one for its sheer intensity. It never holds back, delivering pure, unforgiving action that hits harder than anything else on this list. And that wraps up our list of the top 20 best action movies of 2025. If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next video. Let me know in the comments which movie you're most excited to watch, and I'll see you in the next one.